have to sit here and do the Genshin events because, you know, they'll be gone. And then after we do the current event that we have here, I'm going to go do the Whale Hangout. So let's see how fast this event is. I assume it could be pretty fast.
That fool, running headfirst into the desert like that. Do something, Fodil. Please, give him a hand.
Apologies. The garrison in the village is limited, and since we're tied up with keeping them from causing any trouble, we can't afford to spare any strength for now.
But the fool has been bending over backwards to deal with them, at least in the name of the mutual interest.
Well, it's not that we don't want to help, but the guards are now spread thinly across the desert on the lookout for them. Getting a team together is going to take time.
How could this be? If we return to Caravan Rabat for help, it'll most certainly be too late.
Do you guys need any help?
You guys are...
Just another adventurer passing by.
And our best friend Paimon,
Who I wish would just stop showing up in these events. I really do miss the days when you really just never were a part of these.
Adventurers? Really? Oh, thank the heavens. There's help for Viniac at last. Miss Adventurer, please save Viniac. We'll make sure to reward you handsomely.
Well, first tell me what's going on. Well, the desert has become much more dangerous than before, thanks to those wretched vermin running amok. It's for the best that I fill you in on the situation before making any plans.
Yes, you guys are right. Sorry, I was a little anxious. Paimon's been hearing you talk about a certain them this whole time. What are they anyway?
A swarm of Weenet. For some reason, they have recently become unusually violent, hiding in sandstorms to attack unsuspecting prey passing by.
They're just bugs. I've dealt with way bigger enemies.
When you put it that way, yes, but this time there are far too many of them. It's hard to deal with them under the cover of a sandstorm, and they usually flee at the first sign of danger.
That's quite the pickle you're in. It's not just Otto Village. Other passing merchants have been affected. That's why the Academia sent Viniac and me to deal with these unruly Weenet. But the caravan we entrusted to deliver some components was attacked by Weenet on the way, and everything got swept into the sandstorms. I fear they become the monster's playthings by now. I wanted to return to Caravan Rabat for help, but Viniac, who knew that after all these years, he's still as rigid as a machine. He said something about getting his precious components back and just ran to the desert all by himself. Oh, maybe I should just let the monsters take him. Well, what should we do, Amin? If we leave this matter alone, not only will that researcher be in danger, but the arena problem will be solved.
Leave the rescuing to me, as I take some water to clear myself.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I let my temper get the better of me. I'll mark the location of the attack on the map. Please find him as soon as possible. I hope he doesn't get the hair-brained idea to dive right into the horde of monsters and start picking up components.
These Weenet have become very violent recently, so be extra careful. Oh, you already said that. Okay, so we go out there and we do this thing. Ugh. Man, I love the way I actually can just teleport somewhere and I actually just drop. The only times you can do that... The only times you can do that in PS4 Genshin is if you're going to somewhere like super close by. Also, those tumbleweeds actually just ceased movement. Okay. Getting in from this angle and using the terrain for cover. As long as the angle of the sunlight isn't higher than... and my speed is no lower than... That still isn't it.
What are you trying to figure out?
A viable route to recover the components without having to face the monsters. Thanks to the Weenet, all my precious components got swept up by those monsters. Oh, who are you, and when did you show up here?
I've been listening to you talk for yourself for a while now. Relax, we're not bad guys. Your friend sent us.
Friend? Could it be Shiraya? No, she clearly said she wouldn't care if I was taken by the monsters. I see. She sent you to get the components, yes? It doesn't matter if I'm taken by the monsters, but it will definitely matter if the components aren't recovered. That sounds like something she would say. You could put it that way. Still, thanks all the same. I'm racking my brain just trying to figure this out. I was this close to rushing out, just taking it one step at a time. Get yourself into shape here, dumbass. Stop yawning. One wrong step and I'll get caught by the monsters. If I wasn't here and with Shania being such a klutz, who else would be to take care of these machines?
No wonder Shiraya was so worried. This guy thinks nothing but his mechanical components. Ramin, let's go and get the components before he gets himself in trouble.
Okay. Brave Adventure, are you ready to collect those components?
I'm ready.
Excellent. In that case, I leave this matter in your hands.
Huh? Oh. Okay. I guess that's just how it begins. Why did the camera do that? This can't go well. You know what? Because I literally... Man, I gotta be honest with you. I don't feel like doing that big giant Genshin grind that I talked about a long time ago. And making sure all my characters are actually strong. That just feels like it's gonna take way too long, a hell of a lot of work that I don't want to do. Hey, I thought there was supposed to be a sandstorm going on.
By royal
Now this we can do.
It's the fire.
Ow. So many big ones. Hey, but hey.
Wings of darkness. Come, sever night. Wingblade.
So, I'm trying to keep track of Honkai Star Rail launch, even though, you know, I can't play it yet because I'm a console player. So I have to wait until it comes out on console. But apparently, I think it's coming out 2 days early tomorrow. Because I mean, well, it would for some people because Honkai, with the Honkai Star Rail YouTube channel is like, hey, we got a stream going on with the launch tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, cool. I'll just sit there jealous that you PC and console people get to have it already. Well, I just get to sit here and not get to play it until God knows when.
By royal
I've said it before and I'll keep saying it now. I just hope that the console release for Honkai Star Rail is at least maybe just, I guess just a few weeks. But please don't make it months. I want to play it. Because then I can just say goodbye, Genshin. Which is gonna be soon. I want to do something else from Hoyoverse.
Wingblade.
Like, we've had a lot of fun with Genshin, but it's time for another story. You guys really are just attacking nothing. You're really just gonna waste the time? If anything, I guess we'll see if it's like this. Will it be that I end up playing Honkai Star Rail before Fontaine comes out, or will I not? Place your bets on that. Because the first day Honkai Star Rail comes out on console is when I'm playing. Even though I should be focusing on the games from like the PS Plus subscription that I have for 3 months, I should be focusing on those games. Honkai Star Rail comes out, it's gonna stay out, but I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm just gonna play this. I'm going to turn the music off in a damn second. I forgot how much it annoys me. Anyway, I do hope I get all of those stuff with, we're gonna do this event, and then we're gonna go do the Layla Hangout. And we're gonna completely do the Layla Hangout. Start to finish, with all the endings. Because that should fill up five videos. But that also means after the next event means I gotta go explore that godforsaken desert again. Also, apparently, for PS5 trophies, I will need to completely replay Doom Eternal, completely replay Dying Light 2, completely replay whatever else. Oh, thank you, brave traveler. Phew, it hasn't been too long and the parts are still in good condition. Just a few more adjustments. Viniac? Almost done, I'm almost done. Viniac! What should I? When did you get here? When you were fiddling with the components? Didn't you say this place was dangerous and full of monsters? Why are you even here? I'm just worried about our components. If we can't finish this assignment, even I can't return to the academia. I knew it. Look, I have everything here. Once we go back and make some adjustments, we can finally start assembling. So what are all these components for? I forgot to tell you. They're for the Waynut Slayer Cannon, our graduation project. Why such an obscure topic? If you'd applied for graduation, you'd understand why. Well, not any of this matters now. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Shiraya, an Amatra graduate with a specialization in desert biology and ecology. This machine-obsessed doofus over here is an Akashiwara researcher with a specialization in applied machines, or mechanics. I'm Viniac. Thanks a lot for earlier. Can people with completely different fields of study work together? Don't get me started. Working with him on our graduation proposal was definitely the biggest mistake I've ever made as a student. You can't really say that. We both managed to graduate in the end anyway. We did, yes, but did you forget how many extra years it took? Whatever the case, we graduated, right? I heard some of our classmates just completed their thesis proposal last year. Enough! We're not students anymore, so can we just move on from these pointless discussions? You're the one who always starts it. Nonsense. When we were building the first prototype... Hey, arguing isn't gonna get you anywhere. While you guys have it out for each other, how could the Academia even think of sending you two together to handle this? Man, you act like we haven't met Alhaitham and Kaval, or whatever the fuck his name was. Actually, the Academia didn't send us. A person named Kunar was supposed to take care of this matter. You could call him my mentor's mentor. He was there during our thesis defense. I guess that's how we got the impression that some young students in the Academia had designed a Weenut Slayer cannon or something like that. So this time he simply kicked the two of us back here to deal with the problem, saying that the Academia needs to give youngsters more opportunities to shine. But he obviously didn't consider the fact that two of us have already talked to each other since graduation, barely talked to each other since graduation. He even convinced my mentor. Anyway, this is an opportunity for me to get the Weenut Slayer cannon back out in the open. Once it's assembled, we'll show those vermin what it can do. There that mechanical idiot goes again. From my point of view, I also want to investigate the case of the Weenut Rampage to maintain the ecological balance of the desert. Misadventure, you look like someone of impressive skill. May I ask you to keep us safe while we're in the desert? It'll be a walk in the park. Rest assured, there isn't a lot of support from the Academia, but at least we're well funded, although someone here has spent most of it upgrading the machinery. The improvements were necessary, and since you're capable of speaking politely, can't you be a little nicer to me? That depends on whether the person I'm talking to is worthy of my patience. Oh no, here they go again. Maybe leave the arguing for later, so can we start working the actual work? Sorry, it's an old habit from my Academia days. This batch of components has to be brought back to Aru Village for further adjustment. By all accounts, we can't start assembling until tomorrow. We had previously planned to install the Weenut Slayer cannon in nearby areas where Weena had been spotted. When the time comes, there may be other creatures attracted by the noise we make. We'll be counting on you. Well, no problem. We can continue our debate now? I'm telling you, all my expenses are justified. You... Ugh, fine. You asked for it. Let's go over the details and see where all the Mora went. Just let me do the event. I don't want to talk. I want to do the event. Okay, it seems that maybe we won't be finishing the Layla, hangout if this whole event is actually going to have them talking every little location we go to. Like, if that's how it's gonna be, then we actually will not be doing that. And just in case you want to be a dick about it. I don't even know what the next event is supposed to be. What the fuck? I mean, I thought we were supposed to have the big giant Sumeru celebration yearly thing, but is that like not yet? Oh my god, why do I have to run all the way out there? Asshole did this to me. Yeah, you knew you had to put these here. Alright, you two useless goofs. Gotta waste my time. So why did you order custom rivets? They don't improve performance at all, do they? Riveted armor is a symbol of romance for us Kashiwara researchers. You guys have been at it since yesterday? Ah, you're already here. Not exactly. We actually had the debate about funding yesterday. Oh my god, stop fucking yawning. We were actually arguing about something else, but before I knew it, we went right back to arguing about funding. Something else? I've polished the seams of the components until they are shiny and sparkly, but Jiraiya is trying to abandon the plan. Abandon? I just went for a temporary pause. Didn't you notice that there's something wrong with the environmental parameters? If we continue with the assembly, the charging efficiency of the device will be much lower than expected. We need to figure out what's going on in this area, eliminate all external influences, then proceed with assembly as planned. There are plenty of situations where the ideal and actual circumstances don't match. There's no need to be so fussy. I took the margin of error into consideration when I drafted the blueprint, so it's not a big deal at all. Besides, sometimes you have to test things out before you can figure out what the problem is. Is that why you tested experimental device number 2 until it exploded that other year? That was different. I didn't realize that it needed to leave room for error back then. Is there a safer way to do this? I'm thinking. Maybe we could just first switch off the turret's firing function and just do a simulated experiment of its charging process. That won't do. I don't trust your judgment on this. Let's get rid of the turret ignition module and I'll safeguard for you. You can install the other components however you please. Remove the ignition module. Then the Weenut cannon will just be one big paperweight. Didn't you just say we need to do experimental simulation of the charging process? At the end of the day, you're still making this about firing the cannon. Maybe start by building the framework? Well, alright. Let's think of this as a trial assembly. If only you had said this earlier. I expect a lot of monsters to be attracted during the installation process. When the moment comes, we'll be counting on you, adventurer. Oh boy. How fun. Brave adventure. No, not you. Oh, wait, no. Talking to her still. Okay, whatever. Let's go. Oh my god, it's gotta be you guys? Oh, this is definitely gonna be probably a two-parter. I can't see this being an hour.
Nice and spicy. By royal decree. Eat this!
not about to win it. Really?
Barbados, guide us. Scuba, get them.
I don't have time for your invisible bullshit.
Odds revealed.
Okay, hold on. I can't stand it. Fucking turn it off. Cannot stand the music in this place.
Nice and spicy. By royal decree, you're toast. Windblade.
I'm about to start figuring out this event is very free-to-play friendly event.
Wait, hear me.
It's been a while since we've had a non-free-to-play friendly event. Down from there. After I do stuff in Genshin, I could have gone and recorded, like, you know, some Trials of Mana. But then again, Zach is supposed to actually be on tonight, so we'll be continuing to play a game that we've already been working on.
Nice and spicy.
And then after that game is done, me and Zach are just gonna
Windblade.
go back to Saints Row 3, I believe. Wait, that means he has to have my account. When Winston's had my account so we can play games together. God. Things are getting difficult again. What in the hell?
Odds revealed.
I already know someone's gonna be like, we turned off the music, now you just have a bunch of dead air going on. Well, that's too bad. Sadly, you ran into someone who really doesn't like the desert music.
Phantasmagoria.
Just a hater of all Sumeru battle tracks. But not all. I mean, I like the temple fighting music, and I very much like the latest boss track we've had.
Windblade.
Sumeru has had just a big love-hate relationship with me. There are some things I absolutely love about Sumeru, and some things I absolutely hate about Sumeru. As in, I absolutely hate the desert, yet I absolutely love the rainforest. I absolutely love the story with Nahida and everything, and I absolutely fucking hate Scaradouche.
Windblade.
To the point where I don't want to do his quest at all. And it has to be a main quest thing.
By royal decree.
Like, I'm serious, man. I will literally not do Scaradouche's quest as long as possible. Like, if I can get into Hunkin' Star Rail without even touching that dude's quest, like, if I get into Fontaine and not even touch that guy's quest, I will do that. I will go as long as possible without doing that guy's quest, because I don't care. I don't want to see any redeeming qualities of that guy, because I don't think he should get redeemed. He's a pathetic character.
No rest for the...
Just keep redeeming these villains, huh? Yeah, sure.
By royal
And I win. At least I hope I do. If you make me fight at this damn turret,
This thing doesn't look like it's gonna be firing anything.
That was close. Even the Weenet had come to mess up our plan.
Hey, if we hadn't deactivated the ignition, we could have killed it. Now that the Weenet has escaped, it'll be at least one more day before it's gone down again. You're not planning to argue over the tiniest detail and let it go again tomorrow, are you?
But what about the parameters?
I've tested them all, and although the charging speed is a little lower than the calculated value, it does not affect use. There are no safety risks. Sure, I know you want to consider and analyze everything before acting, but you know things don't always go according to plan. If you keep getting hung up over the small details, you'll miss the big opportunity to act. Remember that time our midterm thesis defense got delayed? Hesitating won't get us anywhere.
Okay, here's your ignition module.
Alright, tomorrow we'll be able to put that Weenet Slayer cannon into action. I'd like to bring them back to Outer Village and tinker around with them a little more. We gotta make sure we're properly ready for the Weenet Slayer's first official appearance.
But why is there a divination in the environmental parameters? What caused the Weenet to suddenly act out? You really can't just let those matters rest. Miss Adventurer, could you please come back tomorrow? By then, we should be facing the Weenet directly, and hopefully we'll have some sort of clue.
What are we... Alright, we're gonna really find out if this is gonna be an hour-long thing or not. Okay, so this is either going to end up being a whole nother video, or it will be part of just being an hour long for this one whole event. I'll be surprised if this actually is 2 videos. You're here, Adventure. We were just about to make the necessary installations. If all goes well, we'll be able to give that monster a good lesson to remember today.
During the formal charging process, there may also be monsters who will try to disrupt the process. When that time comes, please keep an eye out for the charging progress and durability of the device. Leave it to me. Thank you very much, Adventurer.
I've got an idea. You've been busy running around helping with the Weenet Slayer cannon. The honor of testing it for the first time should be yours.
Why don't you want to do it yourself?
I'll be happy enough to watch the shots land. Besides, let someone else light the fire so that we can see firing in all its glory. It speaks for itself. All you have to do is protect the charging device from the monsters and wait for the energy to fill up. Watch for the moment when the Weenet reveals its vulnerable spot and then fire it up with all you've got. The ignition auto-correcting mechanisms will take care of the rest.
Sounds impressive. I mean, Pyron also wants to watch. Okay, I'll handle it.
Alright, that's the deal then. Let me tell you how it works.
I don't care.
Okay. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Now you know I gotta get power increased. There we go. Alright, dickhead. Swapped official.
Odds revealed.
Damn. Don't play games with me now. Okay, asshole.
Oz, were you attacking the charging device?
Oh, no, 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 no. Beat these guys.
Boba, get them! By royal decree.
We're crashing into the rocks. It didn't attack that one. What the fuck? Bullshit. Wow, you're already smacking it up by a shit ton. Could you not?
Nice and spicy. Odds revealed.
Boba is inside the charging device. Anyway, back to my Wanderer hate. Yeah, screw that guy. I never use him during any events, and I don't give a shit about it. Wish he died. I mean, he landed on his head. How did he not get brain trauma?
By royal decree.
And now I've been trying to figure out if the leaks for the supposed Hydro Archon are real or not. Like, do we actually know what the Hydro Archon looks like? Oh, wow. That was easy. Did you see that, Shania? Oh, Weenot Cannon is a game changer. I wish all the supervisors who listened to our thesis defense could come and see this. This would cure them of their outdated views.
So it really did go off without a hitch. I thought it was going to end up like experimental device number 3.
Only from our failures do we learn to succeed. I'm no longer who I used to be.
How many accidents happened that year? Well, anyway, this experiment was a success, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, well, the ball is rolling. Maybe we should try it somewhere else. Eyewitness reports say that there are Weena in this area numbering in the double digits at the very least.
Whoa, double digits? You're not gonna pick them all off one by one, are you? That would take a really long time.
What's the matter? If the maintenance of the Weena Slayer cannon you're concerned about, you don't have to worry.
Wait. It would take a long time to repeat this process over and over again. Even if the machine doesn't break down, we will.
What? Who's we? Because it's not you.
Viniac, not everyone can be jolted back to life after just smelling machine oil.
Really? Looks like wetware performance will have to be considered next time.
Anyway, let's just call it a day. With data from this full run and samples collected after the battle, I am one step closer to solving this puzzle. What puzzle? Why the Weena are behaving violently, abnormal environmental parameters. If we can figure that out, we might be able to get to the bottom of this mess. Please give me one more day to do some research. By this time tomorrow, we should have the results. Stop having results. Just end the event. Let me guess, 8 to 12 again next day? Man. You say conclusion, but there's one more after this. You're not fooling anybody. But at the rate this is going, it should still probably fit into an hour-long video. Remember when events were not just hour-long videos? They are actually longer? At least they're consistent, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, Honkai Star Rail really needs to come out on console before the first event comes out. Because, like, then we're gonna miss out on the event. And then Honkai Star Rail can't almost be as complete playthrough as Genshin is for me. So as far as the conclusion is concerned, we've made a convincing case for using the Weena Slayer cannon to get rid of the Weenot, right? That's different. Don't give me that told you so look. What are you squabbling about this time? Miss Adventurer, listen to me. I found out what the cause is. The frequent activity of the Weena underground had caused a disturbance in the elemental energy in this region. This energy, in turn, affects the behavior of the Weenet, causing them to start running amok on the surface, further exacerbating the environmental imbalance. The abnormality in the charging device's efficiency was also due to the disturbance of the elemental energy in the environment. I knew the machine that I designed would never break down so easily. If you don't consider the surrounding environment, wouldn't that be a design problem? And since it's caused the overactive Weenut, is the solution to just keep fighting more Weenut? So after going around in several circles, we're back to where we started. God damn it. Knowing what to do and knowing why you should do it are two different things. As a researcher, you couldn't even grasp that, and that isn't even the end of it. Normally, nature sets limits on the ecology and behavior of populations to keep the environment stable. The chaotic elemental energy disrupts this balance, which makes the Weena extremely active. As long as we can find a way to return the elemental environment to its normal state, we can reduce Weena activity. After a while, the balance should restore itself. Redirect the flow of elemental energy? But how do we do that? Well, as long as we fire out where the strongest concentration of elemental energy is, we'll be able to direct the flow of that energy with the device. We unclog the flow of energy, and nature should take care of the rest. I've already calculated the location of the node. It's somewhere around here. As for the device that we can redirect the flow of the energy, we already have one. You mean the Weenut Slayer Cannon? Precisely. The Weenut Slayer Cannon can channel the surrounding elemental energy before discharging it all in one go. Next, we just have to set up the Weenut Slayer Cannon and go through the same process as yesterday. There may also be monsters and Weenut that will be drawn to the weapon during the time. Perhaps a small reduction to their numbers would help expedite the natural balance.
So as far as the conclusion is concerned, we still have to use the Weenut Slayer Cannon to shoot at monsters, right?
Don't give me that Okay, you're just repeating lines now.
If Shiraya's hypotheses are correct, this will be the Weenut Slayer Cannon's most critical battle. Brave Adventurer, are you ready? Let's prove that all this matters.
You still have a part after this. I'm not done.
Oh, wait.
Odds reveal.
Whoop.
Well, I didn't mean to send that guy flying in the other direction.
Give me.
So, the other day, I looked at the PlayStation 5, like the PS4 games that could be upgraded to PS5 games.
By royal
Apparently,
insubordination.
only some of them I could actually download off my friend's accounts, and some of them I just can't. Like, I think specifically PS Plus games I can do it for, but for ones that come from like the PlayStation catalog collection, you can't upgrade those to PS5. So there's that. So what I need to still do is I need to figure out how trying to change is it only shooting at one specific? I need to figure out exactly how a PlayStation 4 game can actually be upgraded to a PS5 game from the disc. So I can just easily put in like Callisto Protocol or something later on tonight to see how that goes. See if it'll be like, hey, you got a digital download you could do right here. So once I figure out how that works, all of my questions will be answered, and I'll know exactly how to handle things for the future. But then that also means if I can just keep, you know, if I want to keep farming trophies, then I would still just be buying PS4 games, because they could just be upgraded to a PS5 game. Free of charge. Except, like, well, for specific PS5 games, I couldn't do that for. Okay, you just go all the way over there, and I'm not even gonna bother with you, because you're wasting my time. Jeez Louise, what's taking you guys so long? Also, I feel like PS5 has the symbols and everything looks kind of smaller. Like, everything just looks like it's smaller on the PS5 version of Genshin. Just me? You annoying asshole. Quit it. Yeah, now I really need to start thinking about what the hell am I going to be doing with, with Winston if I have to resume games that I was playing with Zach co-op wise off my account. Excuse me, how the hell is the turret gonna oh, because it moved. Alright, asshole, say goodnight. Sure enough, the charging unit is running more smoothly. As you said, the elemental environment in this area is returning to normal. Why do I keep yawning? Stop it. The activity of affected Weenut will calm down after some time, too. Yeah, thanks to your precious Weenut Slayer cannon, we can report back our success and go home. It's our precious Weenut Slayer cannon, Shariah. I never forgot that this assignment was a joint effort. We definitely had our share of disagreements, but without you, the cannon wouldn't have been a success. What's gotten into you? Is this about wanting me to put in a good word for you in my report? Well, I just suddenly feel that what we went through just now is quite similar to our experience from that other year. It wasn't always smooth sailing, but we still made it in the end. Let's face it, in the end, your solution proved more efficient. I can't take all the credit, because you were onto something too. If you hadn't tested the Weenut Slayer cannon, I wouldn't have obtained the necessary data. To fix a machine, you may only need to replace one gear, but the true challenge is finding that gear. Those words from my mentor are beginning to make more sense to me. I'm so glad you're here, Shariah. I'm glad you're here too. The atmosphere between these two became so different all of a sudden. All of a sudden? What? Paimon, just leave it. When we were cooperating on our graduation project, our relationship was rather rocky because we weren't very mature. Yeah, looking back on it now, it wasn't anything too serious. Well, how about meeting at the cafe for a drink next time? We could discuss how to write the report. Oh, I see. They're a couple now. Oh, that was... Oh. No. This is the last part. See, I told you we weren't done yet. Oh, but you still have to wait. Son of a bitch. Been looking at a lot of Dead Island 2 gameplay stuff, and I tell you what, that shit's looking real good. Already know I'll be playing as that Ryan guy. I mean, everyone plays as Ryan, because he's the only character that's not fucking annoying. Well, that's not true. Bruno is okay. And, yeah, Bruno's okay. Amy's alright. Other than that, well, Jacob's okay too. I can't stand that name. But, other than that, the other two are fucking annoying. I don't understand. She was the one who mentioned the idea of going to the cafe to write the report. Where's Shariah? I don't want to talk about it. She's off to work on the report by herself. We were supposed to meet at the cafe yesterday, but it took her a long time to show up. She didn't even bring any pen or paper for her report. I criticized her for wasting time when we should be working on the report, and she flew into a rage. She said she would write the report herself and made me leave. You goddamn idiot! It's ridiculous, don't you think? No! You're an idiot. I should throw you off this sand cliff. My god, how dense are you? Still, I'm used to her fiery temper. She'll simmer down in a couple of days. Yeah, after she probably bawls her eyes out for being such an idiot for trying to go after such a dense dumbass. If only controlling her emotions was as simple as flipping a switch. Yeah, good luck to you. Huh? Even you're acting strange. Oh well, never mind. There are still a few affected Weenut around here, though I'm sure the situation will resolve itself if I just leave it alone. But at the time, please help prevent them from threatening passerbys. By the way, the elemental environment and the charging device are now back to normal. There's never been a better time to experience the Weenut Slayer cannon in full power. I want to shove this cannon up your ass. Well, there are still some affected Weenut nearby. That's what I'm here for. That guy really didn't understand that he was being asked out to a date. That damn fool. You could see it clear as day. The anime was coming out of that conversation where she hated you and then immediately fell for you. Get over there. I literally don't care. What it attacked me. You think I don't have the healing and health for all this? Ow, ow. Oh, he's gone. Somewhere. Could you just... Wow. It's gonna need more than that. Oh, there's 3 of them. I was about to say, are you not gonna hit that? Okay. You dare attack this machine?
Windblade!
You really gotta do this to me, huh?
Odds revealed by... Windblade!
Seriously? More of you guys? I hate you guys the most.
By royal decree...
I ain't gonna have you screwing with me. Time to put it down. Time to die. Now how about we tell this guy to go get to that damn cafe? Well, there's still someone affected. You really are dumb, aren't you? We really just get to know that this event ends with that poor girl falling for such a damn idiot. I really don't need any of those rewards. I don't need them. I don't need them, and I don't care. Like, please increase the cap on this shit. They're like, no, we're not going to increase the cap. You're supposed to be using these things. Yeah, no shit. Anyway, I guess that event was okay. That was able to fit into a hour-long video. And so now we need to go and do the Layla Hangout stuff.
'Cause every night I will save your life.